up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video I'm going to be doing, guys, I am going to do a discussion video, and I'm going to discuss the new Blue Eyes support. And yes, I'm going to be talking about the new Blue Eyes support, and we got 5 new cards in this support. So, and of course, let's get this started. So here we go. So these 5 new Blue Eyes cards I'm going to show you is going to be coming out in this set called Battle of Chaos. Battle of Chaos will be coming out in the TCG on February 11, 2022 of next year. And we got 5 new Blue Eyes supports. So let's get this started. So the first one we got right here is a fusion monster. Yes, we got a new fusion monster. And his name is Blue Eyes Titan Dragon. And of course, Blue Eyes Titan Dragon is a level 8 light attribute dragon fusion effect monster. His fusion materials require Blue Eyes White Dragon plus 1 dragon monster. And his attack points is 3,400, defense points is 2,900, and its effect reads: must first be either fusion summon or special summon from your extra deck by attributing 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon equipped it with a fusion monster. And the 3 effects says, first effect says, unaffected by trap effects. Second effect says, this card can attack all monsters your opponent control once each. Third effect, once per turn, if this card's battle at the end of the damage step, you can target 1 trap card in your graveyard and set it to your spells and trap zone. That's actually really good. So I gotta say, first effect being unaffected by trap, that's pretty good, especially if you have this, and let's say if you got the continuous trap card True Light, right? Because remember, I know True Light has an effect, if it like leaves the field, whatever, you have to destroy all monsters your opponent control. It will not work on Blue Eyes Titan Dragon because he'll be unaffected by it, which is pretty cool, since his effect says unaffected by trap effects, will be unaffected from True Light, which that's actually pretty good. And the second effect is pretty good, attack all monsters your opponent control once each. That's actually pretty good as well, multiple attacks on your opponent's monsters and stuff. Pretty cool. And then the third effect, if it battles at the end of the damage step, you target a trap card in your graveyard, set it to your spells. It could, and the good thing about that effect though, it could be any trap card. It could be True Light. It could be, let's say, like the Solemn Brigades. It could be any trap card, which is really, really good. Especially like if you have True Lights in your graveyard, or any other trap. Let's say like Destined Rivals, or any trap card. That is actually really, really good. I think all these effects is real. This is a really good fusion monster for Blue Eyes, and I gotta say I'm very happy that Blue Eyes got new supports, and I love the Blue Eyes. It's one of my favorite decks since the original Yu-Gi-Oh, which that's gonna make Seto Kaiba's very happy because this is his deck, of course. Yeah, but a great fusion monster though. This one's really, really good. And of course, how many copies you need to play? Just 1. And because 1 of the fusion monsters is okay. Alright guys, so now we're gonna move on to the effect monsters. Oops, sorry. The next one we got is Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. So Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is a level 8 light attribute dragon effect monster, 3,000 attack, 0 defense, and its effect says you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each, once per turn. You must have a Blue Eyes White Dragon on your field or in your graveyard to activate these effects. So first effect says if a card is on the field, it's destroyed by battle. By card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. If it was there when they were damaged or hand, even if not. Second effect says other cards you control cannot be destroyed by an opponent's card effect. Okay. And the third effect says at the start of the damage, if this card battles, you can target 1 card your opponent control and return it to the hand. So that's actually pretty good. Not bad. And the good thing about Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, since his attack says he got more than 3,000 attacks and 25 less defense, this card could be searched using these with the spell card the Malady of the Awakening, which that's actually pretty good. And also, this card is level 8, which you can discard with Trident's effect as well. And the good thing about you can special summon this card from the graveyard, which is pretty cool. So that way, if a card on the field is destroyed by battle, card effect or whatever, so there's so much commonplace you can do. But in order to activate these effects, you gotta make sure you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon either on your field or on your graveyard to activate those effects. But still, it's a really good card because there's a lot of ways to summon out to get the Blue Eyes in the deck or the graveyard. So Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, really good card. Love this card. And yeah, and not to mention protecting your other cards from being destroyed by an opponent's card effect. That's actually pretty good. And then, at the start of the damage, they're bouncing back an opponent's card, has a compulsory effect. on legs, which is pretty cool, you know. And I actually love this artwork of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, because this is the same jet from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Seto Kaiba was riding, so that's pretty cool as well. So I like this card. And how many copies to play? You probably need like one or two. I would say one, because I feel like one is all you need. Especially because, you know, you can special some of this from the graveyard and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, or even from the hand, so it's pretty good. Alright guys, so next one we got another effect monster that pretty good, and the name of this card is called the Trident of D. Of course, D stands for dragons, of course. So the Trident of D is a level 4 dark attribute spellcaster effect monster. Attack points is 1200, defense points is 1100, you know, just like, you know, the Lord of D and other Ds. Its effect reads, you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. First effect says you can send one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. Second effect, you can discard one Blue Eyes White Dragon or one card that specifically lists in its text that then target one Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. Third effect, if you control Blue Eyes monster, you can choose the attack target for your opponent's attack. Okay, so this is pretty unique. Pretty good, interesting level 4 effect monster, the Trident D. You know, first effect, you know, sending a Blue Eyes from your hand or deck to the graveyard or something. So that's pretty good. The good thing about this, you can send your Blue Eyes Jet Dragon from your hand or deck to the graveyard. That way, you know, especially some of the Jet, all that stuff, or your Blue Eyes White Dragon if you want to go for, if you want to activate effects like Jet Dragon or even the Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon in order to get the effects. Because those monsters have to, the only way to activate them, you got to make sure you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your field or your graveyard. So that's pretty good as well. And then you got the second effect to discard Blue Eyes or one card that specifically lists in its tech of a Blue Eyes, of course. And then special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard. That's actually pretty good. You know, it's like a monster reborn. And then the third effect, which is alright, but if you control Blue Eyes, you choose the attack target, you know, for your play. You know, you ain't gonna use it. You're mostly gonna be using the first and second effect. The third effect, not so much, but the first two effects are actually pretty good. So yeah, Trident D, definitely pretty unique effects. Definitely play like 3 of these cards, because, you know, you're gonna need to play 3 of these cards, because, like, you know, that's my ratio about it, because, you know, the first, especially the first and second effect, are pretty unique. You know, because look, a lot of combos and stuff you can do with it. Alright guys, so now we're going to move on to 2 spell cards. The first one, we got a quick play spell, and its name is Ultimate Fusion. So Ultimate Fusion is a quick play spell, and its effect reads, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. And of course, if its effect says, during the main phase, fusion summon 1 fusion monster that lists a Blue Eyes White Dragon or a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as materials by shuffling the fusion material listed on today from your hand, field, or graveyard into the deck, including at least 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Then you can destroy face-up cards your opponent control up to the number of Blue Eyes White Dragon and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as material from the field. Okay, so that's pretty good. So it's like a Overlord Fusion for Cyber Dragon. So it's like an effect as Cyberlord Fusion, but for Blue Eyes though. The part where you can shuffle your fusion materials from the hand, deck, hand, field, or graveyard. That's actually pretty good, especially when you have this, the Trident of D, and you know, all that stuff. You know, once you get Trident of D, and then you got the Ultimate Fusion stuff like that, you're pretty much good to go. And this is the card you're gonna need to fusion some of your Blue Eyes Titan Dragon as well. Of course, it's pretty cool, or any other fusion material, but of course it has to have a fusion that lists either a Blue Eyes White Dragon or a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And also the part, it's a pretty good recycling effect as well, and not to mention, you know, destroying face-up cards up to the number of Blue Eyes White Dragon monsters used to fusion material. That's a pretty good bonus as well. So yeah, Ultimate Fusion is really good. Definitely need to play 1 of these. I feel like 1 is all you need, you know, because you're gonna need this for your Blue Eyes Titan Dragon. So yeah. But it's a really good fusion card. This is actually a Cyberlord Fusion, but for Blue Eyes, which is really nice. So I actually like this card. Especially when you have this and Trident D in the combos and stuff, you're pretty much good to go. And then the last card we got in the deck is a continuous spell card. It's called Apparition with the Eyes of Blue. So Apparition with the Eyes of Blue is a continuous spell card, and its effect says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. First effect says you can activate this card. You can also reveal 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, and if you did, special summon 1 monster from your hand. Second effect, once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, return that face-up monster to the hand, and then you apply one of these effects based on the original name. If it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon one monster from your hand. If it's otherwise, special summon one Blue Eyes from your hand. This continuous spell card honors, it's always not too great though. I mean, yeah, you just basically, special summoning monsters from your hand and stuff like that. It's not too great. I feel like this is probably one of the weakest new support for Blue Eyes because I don't see anybody play this card. Maybe, I mean, if you do, you could play like one of these or something. But I feel like this card, it's not too good though because, like, yeah, it has an effect of special summon, any monster from your hand, which is a Blue Eyes or another white monster. But, the second effect is kind of like the worst because you got to target a face of monster you control, return it, then, activate the special summon, Blue Eyes stuff. It's not too great, so it's just a meh, I feel like this is kind of the weakest card, so yeah. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. What do you guys think about the new Blue Eyes White Dragon support? Let me know in the comment section below, as well as liking this video, share, subscribe. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So this is Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye everyone, and Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.